But yes.
Okay.
Oblivion.
Yeah. So
Yes.
anyway, yeah. So news. So for those living under a rock, unfortunately, and those who are not on social media, we heard rumors going around that there was a Oblivion remaster in the works from Bethesda, and we didn't know a studio that was going to be particularly handling it.
Mm-hmm.
This has been rumored for a very, 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 very long time. Even the rumors stating it was going to be shadow
Mm-hmm.
dropped.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't recall when it happened, but I believe what day did I? It was Tuesday. It was Tuesday.
It was a Tuesday.
So on Monday this week. So we're recording on Sunday for those. Um, we had an image that went up from Bethesda stating to stay tuned for the next day for a live stream or a YouTube video that was going to go up talking about something with the numerical symbols for 4. So everyone knew exactly what it was. It was they were going to be talking about Elder Scrolls 4.
Thank you for
Thank
being here,
you.
Jay the Gamer.
Thank you.
Enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Enjoyed your presence.
Yeah. So, so they then did the live stream. We're obviously going to talk about that now. So, as a result of the live stream video that went up, the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered is now available. So it was a remaster that was fully rebuilt in Unreal Engine 5, features a total graphical overhaul, along with changes to the audio and gameplay. Quote, the Elder Scrolls Oblivion Remastered modernises the 2006 game of the year with all new stunning visuals and refined gameplay. Every single asset in the game was recreated from scratch, and this was coming from the website of the developer Virtuous Studios.
Mm-hmm.
So these are the ones that are handling the remaster. The game will also feature a completely reanimated lip syncing based on the game's original performance capture data, and it also includes all previously available DLC and expansions.
Horse armor.
We're getting to that. Explore the vast landscape of Cyrodiil. Is
Cyrodiil.
it?
No,
Yeah.
it's not Cyrodiil. It's it does end in deal. Thank you. Tamriel?
No, that's
Skyrim.
that's Skyrim.
I can't.
I'm reading it right now.
Then it is
Cyrod.
Cyrodiil.
Yeah, Cyrodiil.
Okay, then it is
Yeah.
Cyrodiil.
Like never before, and stop the forces of Oblivion from overtaking the land in one of the greatest RPGs ever from award-winning Bethesda Game Studios. The game's leveling system's also been changed, inspired by both Skyrim and Oblivion. New lines of dialogue recorded, and all the game's various races have unique voices, which is something they never had in the game because of limitations.
They had 4 voice actors.
They did. Have you seen the videos going around about the original take that didn't get cut? That's actually still in this one.
I was
which
so,
is fantastic.
So happy about that. Yes, I was very happy.
Yeah.
About
So
that.
this is what they're stating. This is a warts and all remaster, a faithful remaster of Oblivion.
That character creator is next freaking level.
Yeah.
Which, if you know anything about the original Oblivion, you didn't have a character creator. You just had suggestions, basically.
Pretty much, yeah. So it is now currently available on PC, Xbox Series S and X, and PS5, but it is on Game Pass for obvious reasons. So the deluxe edition of the game has also been released alongside the normal version. The deluxe edition will include bonuses such as extra weapons and horse armor. And now the horse armor is no longer $5; it's $10.
They are something else.
So the horse armor is a nod to the horse armor DLC pack from the original game, which became a long-running meme in the gaming community.
Yes.
So yeah, for those who don't know who Virtuous are, they basically help and support in the development of AAA games and bringing existing titles to new platforms. So they've worked on franchises such as Call of Duty, Tomb Raider, Dark Souls, Bioshock, Battlefield, Uncharted, and Horizon, and they are currently supporting Konami's development of the Metal Gear Solid Delta remake.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I read, now this is not verified, and Pete doesn't like me saying things that aren't verified, but I'm going to say it anyway, with the disclaimer of, this is not verified. I did see yesterday that they are going to redo Fallout 3. The same studio is going to do Fallout 3.
Well, this is very much a wish list thing. Because
It
I've been seeing this all over Facebook. Is ever since it came out, I was like, we're getting Fallout 3 remastered next. It's like, are we though?
I mean, they would have to. It's too successful not to. They'd be
I mean,
stupid not to.
it would be, but obviously, you know.
They would do New Vegas. If they redo New Vegas, I will stream New Vegas, and you will see just absolute joy on my face.
Yeah, I think people would want New
later.
Vegas first, if I'm honest.
Oof, I'd be all over that.
But obviously, they might need.
Would.
If they're doing that, they might as well just do 3 first. Unless, of course, they do Fallout 3 and New Vegas as a double pack, maybe.
Oh my gosh, if they did that, I would just be like, I know those aren't allowed to be a game of the year, but I'm done. That's my year done.
But this is the thing, Danka brings it up. It says, so it's basically or Nana said it, sorry.
Nana,
It says it's basically a remake then. This is where the problem is that it is just...
We have a whole show on that, by the way.
The lines have been blurred when it comes to remaster, remake, report.
And I think that's what it's called. That's the episode.
Yeah.
It's me, Pete, and Kieran talking about that.
So what it is that this is used... so it's in Unreal Engine 5, but they've only used Unreal Engine 5 for the graphics, essentially, and the voice acting and basically all of that. The main guts of the game, or the brain of the game, is still the creation engine.
Yes.
Which is very strange.
It's
like,
very
they even
strange.
said it in the video itself, is that they wanted to take everything that the creation engine did and just improve on the visual aspect of it. So, yeah, I think they said Unreal Engine 5 is the look and creation is the brain.
Right.
So, yeah, it's a very strange system, but look, it works, clearly. They got a 17-minute video out of it, and people were hyped as hell, and...
Hell yeah.
People have gone and absolutely gone to town on that character creator now, and that's all I've been seeing.
Say, like, here's what I thought that crossed my mind. Yes, sometimes I have them. I can't believe it. But, you know, we got into the discussion, and we also recently got into the discussion of, like, The Last of Us and the remakes, and The Last of Us 2 remakes and stuff like that. And it's like, these were unneeded. You know, you don't see that much of a graphical improvement overall or quality of life improvements. And this is why people like me have that stance, is because we're used to something like this. Oblivion completely upgraded.
Mm-hmm.
You know, to just it's still recognizable. I almost said unrecognizable, but no, it's still very recognizable. But it's so vastly improved that right there, that's a remake. That's like that when a game can do that much improvement, that's when it needs a remake, not when it's 3 years old.
Yeah, but then you also
insane.
What you also do is you blur the lines when you have a game like Final Fantasy VII Remake come out. That's
almost a reimagining, you know.
Words stolen from my mouth.
I know. Plus, we did a show on it.
I know. Yeah. So that's what I mean. Is the lines have been blurred, but if they're calling this a remaster, but people are calling it a remake, and this is the discourse that I've been seeing everywhere, is this shouldn't be called a remaster. It's a remake.
It's a remake. That's how I will agree with you, Pete. Yeah. No, Pete is exactly right. Which again, I'm just rehashing old territory here, but and I'm reinforcing what he's saying, which is the difference between a remaster and a remake. A remaster would just take the same exact elements and then just improve them. A remake would take new elements, new engine, new everything.
Which is what they've done. They've taken the leveling system from Skyrim and just gone,
yep.
Well, this is a better leveling system. They've got sprinting in the game. They've added systems that were there in future games.
But I will have this one complaint. They left the dadgum lockpicking in. I hate the lockpicking.
Everybody hates the lockpicking, apparently.
Until you get... I'll tell you, here's... I'll let you into a gamer secret. But for real, level up your, I don't know because I haven't seen the new version, but level up like your whole thieving thing, go join the Thieves Guild or whatever and get you the unbreakable lockpick. That should be your first goal. That was my first goal. Once you do that, who cares? Who cares if it's stupid?
Well, your first goal is to get out of the sewers.
Okay, yes. That is true. But if you can, get your hands on that unbreakable lockpick.
See now... because of this and being on Game Pass, I notoriously hated Oblivion back in the day.
You also didn't like RPGs.
I didn't like
Witcher
RPGs.
and Witcher 3 and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like RPGs back
Yeah.
then. So me trying to play Oblivion, and this was my first experience of a Bethesda game being janky as hell.
Right.
I was like, what the hell is this crap? Why does everyone like it? No, I've downloaded this and I'm ready to play it, but the problem is that obviously Expedition 33 came out and I was more hyped for that.
And I know what I'm about to say is controversial, but I don't care. When have I ever cared about controversy? Jeremy Soules, who is the one who did the music for Skyrim and Oblivion.
Yep.
First of all, the Oblivion soundtrack. My gosh.
That man got cancelled.
He got canceled, and I can't say that I am 100% in agreement with that.
Nope.
That's all I'm going to say. I know we haven't done an official show over it or whatever. It's dodgy AF. All I know is, and I know this isn't supposed to supersede behavior, that man is talented. I don't care who you are. I just hear a little bit of the Oblivion soundtrack, and I just melt into freaking butter. And, it's just so beautiful. It is so beautiful. So, yes, if you like sweeping epic music, try the Oblivion soundtrack.
Yeah. Okay, so that's a